Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm really thrilled you're here, because today we're tearing down a huge milestone. It's that number almost everyone thinks about, but very few actually deconstruct. The highly coveted 1 lakh rupee per month income. We're stepping completely away from all the online hype and using hard data, realistic methods, and structured blueprints to show you exactly how this is done in the real world.
So let's ask the big question right up front. Is earning 1 lakh a month a myth, or is it just a formula you haven't quite learned yet? Look, I know most of us are completely exhausted by the get-rich-quick schemes, the fake gurus, and those overnight success stories that, frankly, just don't add up. You're looking for a practical reality check, right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to deliver today. We're going to build what I call a ladder of effort, starting from absolute zero investment and climbing all the way up to purely passive wealth.
Okay, let's dive right into our roadmap. We're going to cover zero investment active income, high-skill freelance hustles, scaling with dropshipping, the passive income reality, and finally, building long-term wealth. Let's get to it.
Starting with Section 1, Zero Investment Active Income, where you're basically leveraging your time.
So these are super accessible methods that require absolutely zero upfront capital. But keep in mind, they do demand your time and a lot of consistency. We've got two completely different approaches here. On the one side, you have referral programs like the IDFC My First Partner app. It's a totally paperless, zero investment way to earn just by referring financial products like loans to people in your network. It's all about leveraging your communication skills. On the flip side, there's beta game testing on platforms like Playtest Cloud or user testing. This is where you get to systematically play unreleased games, hunt for bugs, and give live audio commentary on your experience. Both take zero cash to start, but they need completely different skill sets and time commitments. Now, let's talk numbers, because understanding the earning potential here is crucial. Take game testing, for instance. If you dedicate just a couple of hours a day to structured crowd testing, recording your screen, giving really clear analytical feedback on bugs and glitches, an Indian student can realistically pull in around 40,000 rupees a month. You're not just messing around playing games, you're actually providing vital quality assurance data to developers right before a major launch. Pretty cool, right? Moving on to Section 2, High-Skill Freelance Hustles, where you're leveraging your expertise. Stepping up the ladder into B2B, or business-to-business services, you're no longer just trading hours for dollars. You're trading specialized knowledge for much higher pay. And right now, one of the absolutely most lucrative skills out there is no-code automation. Basically, this means building systems using simple visual software to perform repetitive tasks automatically. And the best part? Zero coding knowledge is required. Literally anyone can learn this. You're acting as a tech consultant, using simple integrations to save small business owners hours of mind-numbing manual labor every single day. Just think about the massive pain points you can solve for business owners who absolutely dread doing these manual tasks. Picture a local gym or a busy consulting firm. They're wasting hours on stuff like customer appointment scheduling, manual data entry into Google Sheets, firing off payment reminders, and generating invoices. You swoop in, connect a few no-code tools, and suddenly, boom, all these tasks happen instantly and automatically. It's a real game changer for them.
And because you're solving such a massive time drain, you can charge a solid premium. Let's say you charge 25,000 rupees for just a single no-code automation project, or say setting up a highly organized Discord community server for a brand. Do the math here. You only need 4 clients a month to hit your 1 lakh target. You're trading high value for a really high reward.
All right, Section 3, Scaling with Dropshipping, which is all about leveraging digital real estate. Here we're shifting from providing a one-on-one service to building a truly scalable business model. Check this out. By 2026, the Indian e-commerce market is projected to skyrocket toward a whopping $200 billion. If you're looking at setting up a dropshipping store today, where you don't hold any inventory but ship directly from suppliers, look at where the money is flowing. Health and wellness leads the pack at 30%, followed really closely by beauty and skincare at 25%. What makes these specific niches so incredibly attractive is that they carry a fat 20 to 50% profit margin. Selling high-ticket items with a strong emotional appeal, that's exactly where the scalable revenue lives.
But hold on a second, we definitely need a reality check here. This quote really hits the nail on the head. While earning over 1 lakh monthly is absolutely achievable, dropshipping is no longer a get-rich-quick model. With rising Meta and Google ad costs, plus insanely heavy competition, you can't just throw up a basic storefront and expect to get rich. You've got to build a real brand. You need to ensure product quality through reliable local suppliers, and honestly, you have to provide top-tier customer service to survive.
Now for Section 4, the passive income reality. And this is where we get a bit of a data shock.
Look, everyone dreams of reaching the very top of that ladder. Pure, hands-off, sit on the beach, passive income. But we've got to look at the hard data from financial analysts on what that actually takes in the real world. Brace yourself for a shock regarding the silent wealth killer, inflation. Assuming a standard 6% inflation rate, just look at how it brutally destroys the purchasing power of 1 lakh over time. Today, you need 12 lakh a year to hit that goal. But in 20 years, just to maintain the exact same lifestyle that 1 lakh buys you today, you're going to need 3.16 lakh a month. Your target isn't standing still. It's literally constantly running away from you.
So let's break it down. How much actual capital do you need right now to generate that 12 lakh a year entirely passively and safely? The answer is 2.4 crore rupees. Yeah, let that sink in. This is the massive corpus you need sitting in the bank today just to earn 1 lakh a month from a relatively safe 7.2% fixed deposit. And by the way, that's after the taxman takes his standard 30% cut on your interest income.
And honestly, it gets even harder. You've got to factor in what's called reinvestment risk. Bank FDs and bonds eventually mature, right? Well, if you lock in your money today, and then 10 years from now you have to reinvest, but interest rates have dropped to, say, 6.2%, and remember, you now need 21 lakh a year just to survive that inflation we talked about. Suddenly, you're going to need a corpus of 4.8 crore just to maintain your lifestyle. Relying solely on safe fixed income instruments like bank FDs will mathematically guarantee that you eventually run out of money. It's a tough pill to swallow.
Finally, Section 5, Building Long-Term Wealth. This is the true blueprint.
So how do the experts actually solve this problem? Well, financial research data gives us a clear blueprint for building a passive income portfolio that doesn't just spit out cash, but actively outpaces inflation over the decades. Let's walk through it. Step 1, you accumulate long-duration debt mutual funds. Why? Because unlike traditional FDs, mutual funds actually allow you to defer taxes until you make a withdrawal. Step 2, you absolutely must allocate a solid portion to equity mutual funds. You need that equity for growth to beat that 6% inflation monster, even though it does bring some volatility along for the ride. And step 3, which is crucial, you generate your monthly income using systematic withdrawal plans, or SWPs. Mixing debt for safety, equity for growth, and SWPs for incredibly tax-efficient withdrawals, that is the mathematical key to preserving your capital while paying yourself a steady salary. Well, we've climbed the entire ladder today. All the way from zero investment active hustles and high-skill B2B consulting, up to scalable dropshipping brands, and finally, facing the hard mathematical truth of investment-based passive wealth. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself right now. Will you build your wealth by trading your time, mastering a new skill, or by investing your capital? Pick your rung on the ladder, start executing, and join us next time on This Explainer as we continue to decode the systems of success. Catch you later!